Alright guys, I'm back in the driver's seat for the videos. I hope you enjoyed the video, that future Tony. We had a lot going on for that set of jobs, but I'm gonna bring you to one of the job sites that we had visited a couple weeks ago, maybe a week and a half ago. We pretty much wrapped it up. We're in the punch list phase of this project. We just have a few things to do, but I want to show you what it looked like before, and Hector will show you the befores, and then we'll show you the after. So we'll take some shots at this job site, and then we're gonna head to a couple of more day ones that we're starting, and then I have a kitchen build that's starting, or that has started. And then the fun thing that we're going to be doing today is going up to Spring, and we have a crane that's going to be installing a spa for us. So that's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to film it going over the home, and it's going to close down a street. So this is going to be a fun day. But y'all stay tuned. Just want to make sure there's no screws anywhere. So come over here, Hector. Around this opening, there's a gap. You can see here. So I'm going to have them caulk that so it's a cleaner finish. Same thing right here. Look. See that? That's not clean. It needs to sit flush, otherwise we gotta clean up. Oh, this is cool. They put a little LED light in there, so at night it's good. I like this little setup here. That's cool. And then we did the turf. I think last time y'all were here, we just had it all dirt. I think they were just placing these, right, Hector? Mm-hmm. And then we got the railings in. A couple of things we have to fix. You see that dip? You probably can't see it on the camera, but there's a drain right there and it kind of dips. So we got to fix that. And then the turf kind of wraps around here. And we were also trying to figure out a way how to finish this. We weren't sure if we were going to go stucco all the way down or just do the Trex, but I think the Trex looks a lot better going down. But yeah, pretty happy with it all. We're gonna do a little punch list item. Like what Tony has said in the previous video, we want to get these things cleaned up. So try not to make a huge mess, but can't always take it out. But we'll have this cleaned up today, and then do a little punch list, and then we'll be out of here. I went to just kind of check on things and make sure there wasn't anything else that was left on the punch list that he didn't catch, because I don't want to, have him give me a punch list and then go take care of what he sees, and then a week later he needs us to come back to do something else. So there was a couple of other things that I saw that we're going to take care of, and then he was talking about the plumber. So he had a stub out for gas, right? So all we did was just hook up the grill to the gas directly, and when we went to turn the grill on, it didn't work. So his gas wasn't feeding anything from the meter, I guess. So since this guy has been such a great client, very understanding, I'm just going to take care of it for him. It's going to cost me like $1,000 to do, but he's been super understanding. They haven't really bugged me. They just trusted us to get it done correctly. We've had a few things that we've had to change, like around the steps, our installer didn't do miters on the steps, so it like you could see the exposed Trex. It looked terrible, and we had to redo some of those parts. But he's been great, so I'm just gonna handle that for him. If he had given me a lot of trouble, a lot of grief, I probably would have charged him for it, because it's really not our fault that he doesn't have gas running to it. But excuse me. Yeah, so we're gonna take care of that. After we get that done, there were some stucco things that weren't up to my standard that we gotta get finished. Stucco is not fun, especially when it's textured like that and trying to match it with the existing house. But I think we did a pretty good job. When y'all see the final photos and final videos of this job, you'll see that it looks great. It looks pretty spot on to what the existing one was. So yeah. quoted this lady over here. She's great. This is what I was telling you all about. I was telling you about this ideal customers. And we're kind of hitting the stretch where we're having really good customers in a row. When I went to go see her, I gave her all my ideas. She was very open and agreed to most of the ideas that I came up with, and then sent her a bid, and she was good with it. And then we did a design. She only made one revision. Good to go, job's clean. She recommended us to the neighbor because we were cutting down the tree, so she needed to connect us anyways. And then the neighbor asked us he wants to redo all the sod front and back, just new planting. Very simple job. It's a good amount of money, but very simple job. But we're gonna be doing them back to back concurrently, or maybe concurrently too. There might be some overlapping, but this is like a landscaper's dream. It's just to have 2 straight weeks at one job or one street and just be right next to each other. So when my guys are done doing the landscaping here, they'll just move over to the neighbor, start doing the front. And then we currently have a kitchen going on right now. So we'll go check that out. Hard to see, Hector, but if I were to pour water on this, it actually would slip right off because there's actually a little bit of a hump on this. So with flagstone, a lot of times, if it ever rains, you'll see pooling of water on the flagstone, even though if it's flat or even if it has a steep grade. But this product has a bit of a hump. So we're using these as steppers, so it's crucial that water doesn't hang out on it. So we're gonna be putting those on the sides of both side yards. We currently have like this gravel with resin on it. It's kind of interesting. So we'll be placing those all throughout here. We're gonna be putting in pea gravel because this house isn't really like a contemporary style. It's got this like tan stucco. So we're staying within the theme of flagstones, kind of the ranch style. So we're doing pea gravel, the steppers, outdoor lighting. ¿Cómo estamos, Gama? Estamos en la HETV. ¿Sí?
Wow.
¿Todo bien?
Oh, yeah.
You already have the plans?
Yes, sir.
Did Anton show them to you?
Yes. He coming about it. I just getting everything prepared right now.
Okay.
But I have to remove everything right now.
So, yes, I was told.
Yeah.
But we're putting pea gravel here up to the corner.
Gravel to the front, and then put the grass on there and do the sidewalk in there.
Yeah, and we're not putting zoysia, we're putting
Yeah, like a grass.
like palmetto or regular,
yeah.
obviously.
And the other side too.
Okay. And then Hector. So this is kind of the, can you see that on there?
Mm-hmm.
So like I was telling y'all, the steppers will go down here, pea gravel. They already have this existing pool with flagstone around it. So we didn't really want to, there wasn't really anything else that we could change, but I didn't think square steppers would look good with this design. If you look here, they have this beautiful hedge right here. So we're gonna keep this hedge. We'll do some new uplights. And then they have these 3 magnolia trees. Oh, look at this. He calls me about once every 20 minutes. If I don't hear from him 3 times an hour, I start to get worried. Tony.
Y'all should come down first.
Why?
They're gonna be doing it now.
Okay, give me a second. I'll head over there. We're finishing up here. So, watch out.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be removing all this. There's a shed behind there, you can't see it. We're gonna be putting in a new fence in the back. And then we're gonna try to mirror this. We're gonna put 3 magnolias over there, 100-gallon. And then we're gonna put some more dwarf yopons. So it's just gonna be a bed all throughout the back and then 3 trees. We're building our kitchen. Oh, this looks great. So there was actually an existing kitchen here before. So the egg grill is going right there, which is that right there. And then I think we have 2 storage cabinets, countertops, and you're probably wondering what this is. Bar. So we're gonna have a countertop and then a bar, and then they'll be able to fit 2 seats there. And then over here, same thing, steppers. There'll be grass over there, steppers, lights, everything. in, not the hot tub, but the spa. You get a haircut?
Yeah.
Looks good.
That's already done.
Okay.
Most of the time when I see these things, you put a drain and it's right in the
Chris,
middle.
how are you? Doing all right, brother?
And, you know, and it has the whole thing has a weird.
He was saying it's like this is the best setup he's seen.
It is, really, it is.
We need to tell Micah that.
I think Mike should call us. I'm on the shade.
Hey, Mr. Bernie. Oh, these Eagleson hollies look great. So he wasn't gonna do this originally, but we put these Eagleson hollies in back in February. Now that they were able to grow through the spring, they look great, nice and full. ¿Cómo estamos? ¿Todo bien, Don?
Todo bien, todo bien.
¿Todo bien?
Muy bien, muy bien.
Oh, we're fixing the stucco.
Yeah.
Look at this. Countertops in. It's nice. It matches this matches a flagstone quite well. And then these were custom hoods. The countertops look great.
You want to see it?
That's really nice, dude.
This is the guy from the roll-ups for the shades.
T-Max guy? How you doing, brother?
Dude, has he picked colors yet? Has he picked colors yet?
I think he did. Okay. Now you want to just confirm with him?
Oh yeah. So come look at this. So this is fire brick right here. So we're putting the egg here, right, Kevin? Yeah. So the egg goes in here. The reason why you have to put this fire brick stuff is it doesn't absorb the heat as much as like a countertop. So you can't just put a grill on top of a counter because I think it could crack. And also if you put your hand on it, it would burn your hand. So that's why you have to put fire brick in. And we also installed fire brick in the fireplace. Watch out. Oh, this looks good. Yep. That's good. Yeah.
Straight over. He said he was going to come around to keep it low.
Oh.
Drop it in.
But he went directly
He
over.
just did a Hail Mary and said, screw it. There was the crane guy's on the phone with another guy.
Uh-huh.
And they're talking like about how to move it. I've seen it before, it's funny. But
I've given you shirts?
Yeah, no.
¿No te he dado shirts?
Nada, ninguna. Ni gorra.
¿Ni gorra? No, yo te di gorra.
For real?
For real?
Yeah. It's not...
Regresó HDTV.
Okay. Sí, vi la otra vez vino.
¿Vas a poner el Paldi?
Sí, nomás falta uno.
You need one more on top of that?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, you don't need another one on?
Yeah, just one for this. Finish this pergola.
Ah.
But I need some more for that one. I got measurement.
No, but you don't need another one for this.
Yeah, one more.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
because this is 2 feet. So this one is like a 6 feet. Almost
Okay.
6 feet. The other one.
So Hector, we're putting y'all probably have seen these. Come over here. You probably have seen our pergolas. We do the polycarbonate roofs. These are the Hercules roofs. So on this section, we still want to allow a little bit of light through. So we're putting the poly carbonate roof on top. So it's going to look great. So this will still be kind of a lighted area because this is a huge patio cover. So there's a lot of it can get pretty dark in here. So we have 2 skylights on each side of the patio cover, and then Chuck put in a bunch of recessed can lights, and then we have sconce lighting. So we have this pergola on where the spa is over there. There's going to be an aluminum pergola that goes over, so there should be plenty of light coming through. But man, this is really coming together perfect. I mean, this is beautiful. This is probably one of the bigger kitchens I've done, and I don't think I've ever done a U-shaped one like this.
how does he know where to go, man?
Oh, look. Oh, he didn't get the. Tony, do you have a final video of it landing?
Yep.
Show it to me. You didn't send me that one. You. Sorry. 3x3.
But you want to see something? You looking at what I'm looking at?
Oh, concrete?
No, dude. That's the fucking paver.
Wait.
The concrete is the paver.
That's probably... we'll just clean off and we'll see. We can redo them, Tony. That's not a big deal. I think it's from whenever they were doing the concrete.
Okay, so we're gonna be setting our post.
You just want to keep it simple. Yeah, Hector, weird.
No, because the thing is, Bernardo knows wood.
Hey, Mike.
Here, this house that I'm at.
Which one? The Chadbourne?
Yes.
What's
Yeah,
up?
I went through the whole thing with the homeowner,
Okay.
and so there's the front door area. There's pipes that are underneath that are capped off, and one of them doesn't have any water going to it. So it's going to be a while before I can get to the next job because I don't even know if I can. It's capped off, and hopefully they didn't break the pipe.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, I'll let you know.
All right, thanks, Uncle Mike. So my Uncle Mike does sprinkler repairs. So during this point of the season, we always have like little tweaks and fixes that we have to do. So it's really nice to be able to send somebody that just does that, and that's all they focus on. Like I think last week we had 2 we had to do. This week we have to do 2 or 3. Instead of sending a whole team out, we just sent Uncle Mike there. And we also have a guy named Bill, right, Tony? Bill, we'll send him out. He does repairs too now. You're probably wondering, okay, why is it just sitting in this like concrete vault like that? So it's recessed in the ground. Because if this was sitting ground level, dude, by doing this recess like this, it sits another foot or 2 lower. And it's gonna be a lot easier for the client to get in. It's also aesthetically pleasing. But then you're wondering, like, what do you do from here? So we're actually gonna cover this up with Trex decking. And then if you come over here, you'll see this little recessed channel. So we have the Trex deck. So imagine there's a Trex deck, water comes through. The water will hit this, go down this recessed channel. And then it goes into here, Hector. And here we've hooked up a sump pump because we're below grade. We can't grade it all the way towards the street because it'd be below the curb. So you have a pipe that's going out to the street, pump will lift up the water and then shoot it out to the street. So nada más vamos a poner esos dos fans? Just these 2, Tony? Ah. And it has a dim switch on it too, right?
These are actually all these are all cue lights. These are smart cue lights.
That's awesome.
All these lights, because they're all controllable by this phone. It's all on the same network.
Cool. So we have all the lights on, Hector. And then remember I was telling you earlier? So that would allow a lot more light through because this would be so dark, even with the light.
Lighting in here.
Yeah. We're doing recessed lighting under the bar. And then here, this is what's pretty unique. We're gonna have a glass door on this side, glass door on that side. So if they wanted to sit outside and enjoy the fire, you close this side, enjoy fire from that end, and then vice versa. If you wanted to enjoy it inside, you close that side, open up this side. And then we have 2 little pockets. That's for the wood, right, Tony? I've never seen it as a mantle. You know, usually you choose like some kind of a. We're using the same countertops that we did for the kitchen, so it kind of it all matches. And then this is all covered up, but then you got the D12 Danville beige. Really?
This is scrap orchard.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
it just doesn't look like it because it's really messy.
Oh, okay. So this matches the flagstone really well. It's not too similar to where it's kind of monotonous, but matches it very, very well. Eduardo, ¿por qué tenemos otras? ¿Qué pasó?
Esta las trajo Vallecillos, pero esta está con Anton, entonces él me dijo que sembrara estas y estas las dejara.
Está bien. Okay. Looks like we double ordered on our shrubs, but these are a lot bigger, so they look a lot better. So those are 7 gallons. These look like they're 3 gallon. So we'll just get those returned. So Texas sage has this lavender bloom. You can see it kind of scattered throughout these. And I really like Texas sage because it's kind of unique because it's not like a bright color, but it's also not green. So it has like this, I call it like a silver sage color to it. Has a nice little hue. We're putting pentas and then some Ajuga ground cover to kind of mix it up. We put in new bed mix, put in the micro life for each hole of the Texas sage. Looks really clean. And I always try to push or suggest larger shrubs for the client because it looks good almost immediately when it's installed. Because you look at it in comparison, that looks like it's almost 3x the size of that gallon. And it's not that big of a cost difference for us. We also adjusted the irrigation there. See what they got going on back here. At the that job in spring, we put in 100-gallon Eagleson hollies. These are very similar, but I believe these are 45s. So once these grow up, in about 2 or 3 years, the bottom part of the tree will be above the fence line, so it'll give privacy from that second-story home right there. And they didn't want us to do any sod. We quoted them for that. No edging, so we're just cleaning it up, making it look nice. And I think the husband's gonna put his own sod in. This all looks good. Nice, clean job, really simple. This is why I really like landscaping, because it's not very complex. It's immediate change for clients, so immediate results, immediate payment. It's easy on the guys. It doesn't require a lot of management, stress-free. So when we land jobs like this, I don't take them for granted, because, you know, during the fall and winter, we don't get a ton of these. We have to push a lot of the hardscape, a lot of the patio covers, a lot of like the design installs. Yeah, another thing, the client didn't want us to do the jasmine. I know this looks like a really small spot. To fill this in, you would probably need about 50 1-gallon Asian jasmine, or like probably close to 20 flats. So that costs like at least $1,000+ for us to do. So they're just gonna do it themselves, which is fine. But we prepped it for them, put some micro life, so the soil's all good for them. But once they get that in, it's gonna look nice. Yeah, like I was saying on the other job site, we always start high with the gallon size in terms of the suggestions to the clients, and then come down from there if they ever want discounts. And the magnolias you see here, these are 100-gallon magnolias. So that is probably about 14 feet from the base on. And then, I mean, look how tall it is compared to me. Was it like 3x me, Hector?
Yeah.
So come on this side, we got these dwarf Yopon hollies. So these are mature. So these are mature bushes. You know, they're probably, we're trying to match what they have in the back, and the ones they have in the back, they're probably about 8 or 9 years old. So I want to get them as close as I can to that height. ¿Ya fuiste a otro trabajo o vas mañana?
Voy mañana. Voy a traer la máquina para lavar.
Okay. And then you're going to redo the stucco a little bit? Fix the stucco? Okay.
Ando me va trayendo la piedra para ti.
¿Estás batallando?
Para la piedra, no sé cuándo la va a traer.
Oh, ¿la está trayendo ahorita? Anton? He's asking about the flagstone. We're going to be doing that same flagstone at the spring job. We'll be doing it here as well. Y ya vino un gringo se llama Neil to do the measurements.
Okay.
¿Ya vino?
No, no ha venido.
Oh, no ha venido? No. Let me text him. So Hector, what I'm doing right now is texting. We don't do the countertops in-house. We don't do that in-house. We don't like to manage it, so we have a contractor that only does these. So he deals with our clients directly. We connect them. They pick out the stone, and we make it the client's responsibility to handle that, because that's just something that we don't want to be involved in or be the middleman, because it's just going to create more headache. So we just have client meet countertop guy. Y'all do your thing. So when we're done with the countertop, or when we're done with the kitchen, they'll come in and do the countertop, and we have nothing to do with it. We just got to see it through. Like I said earlier in the day, you see the 3 magnolias there. We're gonna try to mirror that. And then you see the dwarf yellow ponds there? We're gonna try and mirror that on that side. So it's all the same. But man, pulling out this bull rock, I think I underestimated it a little bit. We're probably gonna be doing this all day. Gama fue the dumpe? Okay. Another problem we have, Hector, is the dump. So when our dumpsters get full and we need to continue to use them, it takes like probably an hour and a half to 2 hours of our time to go there, wait in line, get charged, dump, and then come back. So we're trying to figure out a more efficient way of doing it. I used to have roll-off dumps getting delivered to the job site, but that coordination with the scale of jobs that we're doing, it's way too much work, and sometimes it becomes problematic, especially when we need to remove it or if we need a new one. So another thing we're thinking about is maybe putting a couple dumpsters on our yard and then filling those up, but we're trying to figure out what makes more sense. I think that's probably gonna be our best bet, is just because we could just dump at our shop, which is 10 minutes from here, and then have it picked up every other day. But we're still kind of deciding that. So if any of y'all have a better suggestion, please comment down below. All right, so we're back in the office. We've done our job tours. Next time we meet, we'll be able to see most of these projects that y'all have seen completed. The project up in Spring with the patio cover, we're hoping to have that wrapped up by the end of next week, but we'll see. I would say 98% of it will. That project's going very smooth. We'll show y'all some B-roll and some footage of the crane lifting the spa over the home. And then, yeah, so thanks again for watching and following us. Please feel free to subscribe and share this with friends and family if you found this helpful. Also, comment down below with any suggestions, any comments, any criticisms that you have for us, and we'll see you soon. Thank you.